One, two, one, two. Yes, welcome each and everyone in the place. Welcome to the Vocalized Show. Myself, the DMB Soul Brother ILLMATIKA, and my special guest today, Stamina MC. We're going to be doing a lot of talking, but before we do the talking, let's get to some music. So yeah, little bit of discussion.
Roll the dice, roll the dice, roll the dice, roll the dice.
Real girl, I need you to come closer. Just because I want to get to know you. Let's talk and maybe exchange numbers. There's a whole world that I wanna show you. Real girl, I need you to come closer. Just because I want to get to know you. Let's talk and maybe exchange numbers. There's a whole world that I wanna show you. Wanna show you, 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 wanna show you.
Rude boy, you look like a smoker. I can see all the stress that you're under. Can we go and chat shit on the sofa? Rude boy, you seem like a joker. Can I bother you for a lighter? Is it alright if I ask for your number? I don't mind if you come a bit closer.
And if things go nice, then we could be in love. And if things go nice, then things might happen. We could be in love.
Bigging up the Omit.
And if things go nice, then we could be in love.
Hold tight the Omit Gok.
Go nice, then things might happen. We could be in love.
Send out to the Ash. Locked into the Thames Delta radio, yeah? ILLMATIKA Vocalize. Bigging up the Vocalize crew. The concept. And we got Stamina MC in the place. If you knew what I had to do to get this guy to come down to the studio.
Nice then.
He's like, what did you have to do? He's just ask him.
And if things go nice, then we could be in love.
It's radio, we gotta create a story.
Things might happen, we could be in love.
And if things go nice, then we could be in love.
Hold tight to Danny, what's going on? This one entitled Roll the Dice.
Sauce.
Okay. Bigging up the Danny once again. All the Thames Delta radio crew. As we take this one down. Hold tight to Take Me Back. Pirate Radio Archives. Good to see you inside the place, man. Hold tight all the crew. Very excited today to have Stamina in the place. As we was coming down, we was chopping it up with conversation. So looking forward to the discussion today. Remember, if you got any questions, just send it through to the chat room. That's what you got to really do. If you got some questions and you can put them across to Stamina today. Stamina said to me, he's ready to talk. Yeah, He's ready to talk. It's all good today. So that one we just rolled into was Roll the Dice. Come and hear some more flavor. Hold tight the mic kiss on this one.
You keep on missing everything about me, making me feel like I'm nothing but a heaven. You keep on wishing for an affection. I guess I wish you'd pay me a little attention.
Thames Delta Radio. Who's ready for the discussion coming up?
You keep on saying that I'm perfection. I don't hear about your words like you really meant them. You keep on saying that I'm the one, then you forget it and you say that we're done. You look around like you're thinking about somebody else and it's bringing me down. You be putting on the gaslight. Making it out like
Message reads nice music.
you keep putting on the gaslight.
Picking up the mic kiss. Roof Royale, I do believe. Hold tight the Bernard White. In the Blood presents Let's Go. ILLMATIKA in your hot seat. Just presenting it, just presenting. Don't worry, DJs, I ain't coming for your job.
You keep on missing everything about me, making me feel like I'm nothing but a heaven. You keep on wishing for an affection. I guess I wish you'd pay me a little attention.
Yeah. Bigging up the mic kiss on this one. Roof Royale. And you know what we do on this show? It's all about the vocals. All about the vocals. And you know what we try and do on this show, is just promote the artists that are out there at the moment doing their thing on the jungle drum and bass circuit, so we can look at them and understand them more in terms of what they're about, personalities and their creative process and all of that. So that's one of the reasons that we got Stamina MC down today, because he's done bits on our scene and we've most definitely want to hear a little bit more from him, want to talk about his creative process, how he's got to where he's got to, where he's going. Not only that, understand about a little bit more of who he is as a person. So we're going into the next one. This one, a personal favorite of mine. L-Side. Rhea.
Lately, I can seem to help myself. Just one look and I begin to
Let's separate the boys from the men. I really can't pretend that you wasn't heaven sent. Of course I had an ego, I was comfy in my zone. I was standing in my corner with some bottles all alone. Sparkles at my table, but you never gave attention. I was trying to play it cool, like you wasn't independent. Shining like a pendant, didn't care about my reference. She was more into my vision. I could tell by every sentence, didn't care about the limelight. I'm a musician, so she knows I can rhyme tight. My occupation is a star and I shine bright. She told me, baby, I believe in your passion, but I've never been a housewife. I get it on my own too. She threw me off, but I respect it cause she's grown too. Our partnership is what she wanted, not a go-to. It's kinda early, are you feeling for some soul food? Call me flat or no boo.
Lately, I can seem to help myself. Just one look and I begin to melt. Emotions, they overflow.
Big tune, this one.
Spinning out of control. Crazy how you magnetize my mind with your light. A few words and I feel my temperature rise. Emotions, they overflow. I'm spinning out of control.
Bigging up the L side. Rhea. This one entitled Control. What you lot on the weekend? Weekend was vibesy for me, you know. There was informal. Yo, Randall tore up the place. Bigging up all the family. Thames Delta Radio. Do us a favor and share and share. We're gonna have a talk and discussion. I think Stamina's ready to do some of them Cat Williams one today. One of those Shay interviews. Let's go! Old tight, all the crew locked and loaded. One of those 80s fade out, yeah? All right, bigging up all the crew, yeah? Once again, you got Stamina coming up. Make sure you share, It's going to be a talk show today, scene. All right, next one coming into place. It's a voice that is formidable on this jungle drum and bass scene. Check this one out.
Live from Manchester 2023. Big Bad Dogger on production. Del Rock Ski. Space Cadet Precinct Movements. Now I'm sorry, I got to be the one to tell you the truth. I come your studio, spit about and smash up the booth. You're just a beauty, yo, I flick your head, you're choking your goose. Let's make a movie though, come film me while I'm smoking this suit. Does a couple Insta posts feel like promoting to you? While I'm strapping up some voodoo with a potion or two. And they say I got a screw loose, but they say it to do. I don't even drink, I buy champagne to spray at your crew. The only way that we knew, all on your suede and it's new. By the look of things, a whole heap of persuading to do. Jump over railings with surveillance, barrel roll and we move. You're easy to read, you got a shallow mind and you're cruel. Don't mess around with the stress around, a lesson for you. That's what we do. You can't see us all, Professor Magoo. Don't mess around with the stress around, a lesson for you. That's what we do. You can't see us all, Professor Magoo. With the super nougal, extra doo-doo, stepping on your new shoe. Extraordinary, superhuman pen, got who knew? Recipe for dangerful necessities, we move through with the super nougal, extra doo-doo, stepping on your new shoe. With the super nougal, extra doo-doo, stepping on your new shoe. Extraordinary, superhuman pen, got who knew? Recipe for dangerful necessities, we move through with the super nougal, extra doo-doo, stepping on your new shoe. Hey, back to the absolute bizzer, never use Rizzler. Jump with no parachute, no para-utes, rolling in my truth. Sorry, but I cannot move with ya. Flip mode and build a new picture. Based from a scale like Richter, just tell me when this suit I built licks ya. Yeah.
Based from a scale like Richter, just tell me when this suit I built licks ya. Hey.
Back to the absolute bizzer, never use Rizzler. Jump with no parachute, no para-utes, rolling in my truth. Sorry, but I cannot move with ya. Flip mode and build a new picture. Based from a scale like Richter, just tell me when this suit I built licks ya. Yeah.
Bigging up
like Richter, just tell
the dogger,
I built lick.
DRS.
This super nougal, extra doo-doo, stepping on your new shoe.
Send out to the Dell check.
The human pen got who knew? Recipe
yes,
for
man.
Necessities, we move through with the super
reaching out to the mark.
You shoe with the super nougal, extra doo-doo, stepping on your new shoe. Extraordinary, superhuman pen got who knew? Recipe for dangerful necessities, we move through with the super nougal, extra doo-doo, stepping on your new shoe.
Stepping on the new shoes. What's that all about? My shoes, brethren. Now, I want you to imagine this. If you were walking in a jungle drum and bass rave and you saw this guy coming towards you, kind of fade, goatee, that kind of vibe. You've seen him sing a couple of songs previously, one of them Barcelona and LK. Yeah, I said that's a couple, and there's more than just them tunes. But if you saw this guy coming towards you and you're like, you had that lift moment, that question that you would want to ask Stamina MC, I want you to put it in the chat room and then we can run some of them questions a little bit later. Maybe not just now, but just think about what you might want to ask him. Can you do that for me? Wicked. All right, let's go. Had the pleasure of seeing this next artist perform at Informal on Saturday.
Dog, you will get dog. Tell a little son, boy, fi park. Come in and take dog. Big boy chalk. Boy, see me gonna get call. Dog, you will get dog. Tell a little son, boy, fi park. Come in and take dog. Big boy chalk. Boy, see me gonna get call. Dark up, you will get dark up. Tell a little son, boy, fi park up. Come in and take dark up. Big boy chalk up. Boy, see me gonna get starstruck. Son boy, dark up, you will get dark up. Tell a little son, boy, fi park up. Come in and take dark up. Big boy chalk up. Boy, see me gonna get starstruck. Dark, you will get dark. Tell a little son, boy, fi park. Come in and take dark. Big boy chalk. Boy, see me gonna get call. Dark, you will get dark. Tell a little son, boy, fi park.
Yes, yes. This one entitled Talk Up. Produced by the one like Kazra. Rico Dan on the vocal.
Dark, you will get dark. Tell a little son boy fi park. Come in and take dark. Dead boy chalk. Boy see me gonna get calm.
Bigging up the Neville.
Dark, you will.
What's going on, bro?
Little son boy fi park. Come in and take dark. Dead boy chalk. Boy see me gonna get calm. Gone. Walk up, me not talk up. Them little boy get dark up. Me and me dog them march up. I'm gonna take no shortcut. Beat them boy, them can't touch. Them can't rush, them can't budge. Wallad, arms up, dark heart, can't love. Walk up, me not talk up. Them little boy get dark up. Me and me dog them march up. I'm gonna take no shortcut. Beat them boy, them can't touch. Them can't rush, them can't budge. Wallad, arms up, dark heart, can't love. Mask off, walk up, kill them, nah fuck. Big skin, clock up. Everything get me walk up. Mask off, walk up, kill them, nah fuck. Big skin, clock up. Everything get me walk up. 5-star general, send them to the funeral. Mama off a ball when she play for the funeral. 5-star general, send them to the funeral. Mama off a ball. Talk up, you will get dark up. Tell a little son boy fi park up, come in and take. Talk up, that boy chalk up. Boy see me gonna get starstruck. Son boy, talk up, you will get dark up. Tell a little son boy fi park up, come in and take. Talk up, that boy chalk up. Boy see me gonna get starstruck.
Big up Bluku. Alright. That's either D double or someone impersonating D double. Might be the latter, who knows? Yeah, just like that. Remember, think about all of them questions, yeah? Next one coming in, straight from the one like Daneo.
This how they live that life. You reap what you sow when you live that life. This how they live that life. You reap what you sow when you live that life. This how they live that life. There ain't no right way and no wrong way. Whether good or bad, there is a choice made. This how they live that life.
Daneo.
What path your life takes. At the end of the day, God has the last say. Son, man, them have to live shot. If you live by the gun, then you know you have to live shot. Boy, yeah, you know them have to live shot. If the cat slip, you better know they won't hesitate to live shot. They won't hesitate to live shot. Boy, if you're born on road, you know the right thing. On the wall, prophesize to survive and pray. Money slow, the boy, I focus on surviving. That's why the man, them on the road, are shot in night and day. I knew a guy who linked the plug to do with drug kill. But little did he know the plug, he tried to set him up. He did the deal and then he walked around the corner. They tried to rob him. That's why, son, man, them have to link shot.
Just for you, cause you asked for it. Hold tight the Neville, yeah?
This how they live that life. You reap what you sow when you live that life. This how they live that life. You reap what you sow when you live that life. This how they live that life. There ain't no right way and no wrong way. Whether good or bad, there is a choice made. This shawty, live that life.
Are you ready?
It don't matter what path your life takes. At the end of the day, God has the last say. Son,
let's go.
If you live by the golden, you know you have to lick shot. Boy, oh, yeah, you know them have to lick shot. If you can't slip, you better know they won't hesitate to lick shot. They won't hesitate to lick shot. Boy, oh, if you're born on road, you know the right hit. On the wall, prophesize to survive and pray. Money slow, the boy I focus on surviving. That's why the man them on the road are shot in night and day. I knew a guy who linked the plug to do a drug kill. But little did he know the plug, he tried to set him up. Did the deal and then he walked around the corner. They tried to rob him. That's why son man them have to lick shot. If you live by the gun, then you know you have to lick shot. Boy, oh, yeah, you know they have to lick shot. If you can't sleep, you better know they won't hesitate to lick shot. Sitting in the hospital in a bad way. Think about revenge, I know you know them way. Looking over his shoulder, he don't feel that safe. He don't feel that safe. Struggling to look his mother in the face. Is it worth the pain? Should he run and chase? Is it worth the blood to drink the champagne? Son, man, them choose for lick shot. If you live by the gun, then you know you have to lick shot. Boy, oh, yeah, you know them have to lick shot. If you can't slip, you better know they won't hesitate to lick shot. They won't hesitate to lick shot. Boy, oh.
Fire! Yo, big up the nail. Love them vibes right there. Yes. Bigging up the Deneo each and every time on that one. Big fire track. All right, rolling into another artist right now that I'm feeling at the moment. The one like Slay. Let's go. Hold tight, El Polo Loco. Hold tight, the Tinu. Reaching out to the Taylor locked on. DJ Fury.
Critical. Manchester. The city of the free. Hip hop fighters. Yo, my life.
Let's run it.
Let's go. Manchester, the city of the range. Growing up wasn't easy. There's a lot of pain in this game. We had to walk, we had to drive. We took a train, we caught a plane. I told you all that I'd get there. They told me I was insane. You taking credit, it was me. I'm to blame. Bigger than my chest and I got no shame. Do what I want, I got no lane. Got a little older, shoes got cold around where I live now. It's not no games. It's Manchester, the city of the rain. Raindrops keep falling on my head top. I was meant to fail, but I guess not. They keep on pushing and they best stop. I'll only keep on coming, watch me put them in a headlock. Whoa, I got that red heart flow. I know eyes go past. Look at me now, I know they never thought that I'd go far. But when they rate me now, they gotta give me 5 gold stars. Money coming in quicker than a hypo car. Nah, I ain't never slowing up. Bring you boy, I'll show him up. Sick with it, I don't spit bars, mate. I'll throw him up. Thought that they were ready for me. Clearly they don't know enough. It's going off, they know it's sweat. Money boy, taking it back like they owe it us. Do everything I done, I didn't know I could. No reason I won't make it now, I know I should. I'm always rapping for the O and now they know the hood. Manchester, the city of the rain. Growing up wasn't easy, there's a lot of pain in this game. We had to walk, we had to drive, we took a train, we caught a plane. I told you all that I'd get there, they told me I was insane. Who's taking credit? It was me, I'm to blame. Bigger than my chest and I got no shame. Do what I want, I got no lane. Got a little older, shoes got cold around where I live now, it's not no games. It's Manchester, the city of the rain.
Vocalize. All about the vocal. And I can announce, look out for the Vocalize rave coming in the summer. All about the vocal. Reaching out to the league.
Manchester, the city of the rage. Growing up wasn't easy. There's a lot of pain in this game. We had to walk, we had to drive, we took a train, we can't plane. I told you all that I'd get there. They told me I was insane. Who's taking credit? It was me. I'm to blame. Bigger than my chest and I got no shame. Do what I want, I got no lane. Got a little older, the shoes got cold around where I live now. It's not no game. It's Manchester, the city of the rain. Raindrops keep falling on my head top. I was meant to fail, but I guess not. They keep on pushing and they best stop. And only keep on coming, watch me put them in a headlock. Whoa, I got that red hot flow. I know I go past. Look at me now, I know they never thought that I'd go far. But when they read me now, they gotta give me 5 gold stars. Money coming in quicker than a hypo car. To the city of the rain.
Bigging up all the massive them locked into the ride.
Yo. Hey. What?
Vocalize.
Raise my cup, sing. Yo. Make sure my life is full up every day. Me have to raise my cup. Make sure my life is full up every day. Me have to raise my cup. I could never be hateful, never be ungrateful. I could never be hateful, I could never be ungrateful. Make sure my life is full up every day. Me have to raise my cup. No interruption or corruption. I may love be my true destination. Make sure my life is full up every day. Me have to raise my cup. No interruption or corruption. I may love be my true destination. So my life is full up, full up, full up, full up. Make sure so my life is 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 full up. Make sure my life is full up every day. Me have to raise my cup. No interruption or corruption. I may love be my true destination. Make sure my life is full up every day. Me have to raise my cup.
Yes, people.
Corruption or corruption. I may love be my true destination. Make sure some make sure some
Hold tight, the Kieran locked in.
Make sure some yo. Make sure some make sure some
This one entitled Situation.
Make sure some my life is full up. Make sure so my life is full up, full up, full up, full up.
Yes, yes, people. Just gonna press a pause on that one right there. The next track is from an artist right now that I'm feeling, you know, seriously. Feeling the concepts, feeling the videos that this artist is bringing out right now. And her name is Catching Cairo. Track entitled For Your Love.
Been right there to guide me through the darkness. You took away my fears when I was in a hard place. You empower me.
This one is Lighters.
Without a calm face, when I look at your face, anything that I won't do for your love keeps me coming back to you for your love. You know all my feelings true for your love. Oh, I always need your love. You've always been right there. No, I don't need to turn back. If I can't find the balance, you call me with your contact, but nothing before me. And yeah, you know I love that. Yeah, I love that. Anything that I won't do for your love keeps me coming back to you for your love. You know all my feelings true for your love. Oh, I always need your
Catching Cairo. Listen to vocal. Absolutely wicked. I think we should roll another one from Catching Cairo. This next one is called Overdue, alongside the BC.
I've been counting down the days. Too long now you've been away.
Outside the Connor O'Brien, what's going on?
Counting down the days. I can't wait to be with Faye for 5 days straight. Embrace and interlace. Escape with no constraints. Drinking champagne, it's overdue. I can't wait to be with Faye for 5 days straight. Embrace and interlace. It'll be amazing. Stargazing from the pavement. I've been counting down the days. Too long now you've been away. I've been counting down the days. When it's over, the highlights will be new. I must admit it's way overdue. Late night speaking on FT like Kenny can get me in the new BMW. Right in the rescue. 'Cause I can't wait for us to collaborate. Everything you give, I reciprocate. I can't wait to be with Faye for 5 days straight. Embrace and interlace. Escape with no constraints.
Outside the Tinu.
It's overdue. I can't wait to be with Faye for 5 days straight. Embrace and interlace. It'll be amazing. Stargazing from the pavement. I can't wait. Counting down the days. I've been counting down the days. Too long now you've been away. I've been counting down the days. I can't wait to be with faithful 5 days straight, embrace and interlace. Escape with no constraints, drinking champagne, it's so overdue. I can't wait to be with faithful 5 days straight, embrace and interlace. It'll be amazing, stargazing from the pavement.
Yes, yo. What's going on, people? And I know you're thinking to yourself, yo, I thought you said Stamina's on this show. Well, guess what? I'm going to get Stamina to step up right about now. So, sir, could you grab one of those microphones over there and show your face?
Show my face, yeah?
Show your face, bro. Show your face.
Probably what I'm known for, to be fair.
You are most definitely known for the face and the vocals.
If it's for the face, then I'm doing it wrong. That's really not what I'm selling.
Yo, hold tight the dead mic, locked on, and thank you very much, Stamina, for coming to be a guest today on the Vocalized Show. It's a new concept, so really appreciate this.
That's cool, man. The check cleared, so here I am.
All right, so let's just ease into things just a little bit, yeah, because we're gonna make this like the Shay Shay and Cat Williams thing right about now.
There's not enough liquor in the room for that.
2024 business, the year of truth, yeah, the year of truth. But let's just ease in. I'm gonna ease you in with a this and that type of flex.
Pause.
Right. Dogs or babies? This or that? Choose one.
Dogs, because it's less likely to be mine.
Okay. Dog or cat?
Dogs, again.
You're thinking very hard on these ones. Facebook or Twitter?
Twitter.
Calendar or mobile phone alerts?
Mobile phone alerts.
Store-bought gifts or handmade?
Not everyone can do handmade, but if you can, it means more.
PayPal or bank account?
Bank account.
Savings or credit cards?
Savings.
Jokes or sentiments?
Sentiments.
Riches or happiness?
Happiness.
Christmas or Halloween?
Oh, good Lord. Christmas, the food's better.
Roll the dice or LK?
Okay.
Eddie Murphy or Dave Chappelle?
Chappelle.
Michael Jackson or Prince?
Can't choose. They're amazing.
Blur or Oasis?
I'll go Oasis.
Car or plane?
Did you say car or plane?
Car or plane?
Yeah, I'll take plane.
Car or truck?
Car?
Train or bus?
Bus.
Jungle or drum and bass?
Jungle.
It's jungle, I'm afraid. It's jungle. See what we done there.
Meme-tastic.
All right. So I did ask you earlier on what tune makes you happy. Can you remember that? So before we got up here, I was like, okay, what's the tune that makes you happy? I want to ask the same question to those in the chat room. What tune makes you happy? This has to be a jungle drum and bass tune. So when you hear that tune and it comes on, what tune is it that really makes you happy? Let us know. All right. Before we get into that, so Stamina.
Mm-hmm.
When you first, tell me, how did your love for jungle drum and bass begin? When did you know, when was it that moment that you was like, yo, I want to explore that? Set the scene for us.
I think if I condense and oversimplify that whole thing, it's quite a gradual process. But if I were to pinpoint it to one very specific point in time, it was the Experience LP by The Prodigy in like 91, 92.
Right.
It was a thing where, being a very, very like early teenager, the people that I'm hanging around with on the nearby estate and whatnot, they're all listening to hardcore at that time, you know, on their Walkmans and whatever else, and then it's like, what is that you're listening to? They'll show me what they're listening to, and for the most part, I'm just like, oh my god, that's so weird. It's this real like scratchy, fast. What is all that? These high pitched vocals and these like 100-mile-an-hour pianos. This is a bit weird. And then I'd hear something with a little bit of a hip hop vocal in or a little bit of a ragga song. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes a bit more sense. And gradually, just kind of like drip feed certain little tunes into my consciousness. I'm like, okay, I don't like that, but I do like that one. That's cool. That's nice. Blah blah blah. I'd be, you know, up of a night. Actually, no. I'm getting 10 things out of order. So that would basically be it. But basically, when the Experience LP came out, I was like, okay, if this is hardcore, then I love it, because this is absolutely fantastic. There's literally only one tune, that Horns of Jericho thing. That's the only one on there that I didn't like. But everything else on there, I was just like, this is amazing. Like, if this is what the same genre as the stuff that you man are listening to, and because they're older than me, they're already going raving. It's like they're actually going out to listen to that music. Yeah, it's like, oh, if this is hardcore, this is amazing. I'll take this. And from then on, I was avid. I was devout. I was in.
All right, so it was a hardcore flex first. Would you?
I mean, I wouldn't have worded it like that at the time, but yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that Prodigy 1990, was it 1992?
1, 2, something like that. Yeah.
Was it is it white? Is it white?
The black and white.
That black and white.
Yeah, the first one, Experience. Yeah.
Yeah, Experience. Yes.
The one with Charlie on it and everything else. Everybody in the place. Blah blah blah. Yeah, that'll be amazing to this day.
Okay, so you went in that way. Raves first of all, or what was it? Was it raves or?
It was records.
Records.
Yeah, learning to mix was the next kind of step to actually make me understand the music more intimately, I guess. Just have a literal hands-on kind of dealing with it. Of course, it had morphed into jungle by that point. I learned to mix in like 94. So fair while. I'd been listening for a while by then, but yeah.
So the mixing came before the MCing.
No, absolutely. Yeah, buying records. You know, jungle of the time was, as you likely remember, very reggae, ragga influenced, and it would be a thing where some of these tunes would have samples of like reggae rhythms and whatnot, but not necessarily vocals. So, you know, there'd be some, I don't know, some King of the Jungle thing, and it's got some dum 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 dum, and I was like, okay, cool. And there'd be the little loop of that, and because there wasn't a vocal in that particular section, I would kind of envisage what could go over that bit where there isn't a vocal in it. So I'd start writing things for those little gaps in those jungle tunes. So I'm just there with my little scrapbook that I'd nicked from school, and just writing down little whatever, however many months later, I'm just looking at this book. Is like, oh, it looks like I'm an MC because there's just loads of little lyrics in this scrapbook, and it just kind of went from there. It was a thing where attempting to explain to people that I had designs on, designs is the wrong word because it wasn't even that serious, but I was enthusiastic about DJing as to be buying records.
Yeah.
And I was enthusiastic about MCing as to be writing lyrics. It wasn't actually a thing though where I wanted to be a DJ or I wanted to be an MC, because that which I did felt or struck me as being so different to everything that was going on at the time. I'm like, well, if that's what's popular, why would anyone like what I do? Because I'm not like them. So the idea of like, I want to be a DJ. Who wants to listen to me? It's not about that. I just like doing it. This is just how I enjoy spending my time. So the music was its own reward in that sense. Like, oh yeah, it'd be wicked to be a DJ or an MC or whatever, but it seems so unrealistic that I didn't chase that. I just wanted to immerse myself in the music for my own sense of self.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to take you back now.
Even further? There isn't much before that, but go on.
I want to take you I want to take you back.
I bet.
Right. So you recognize that you liked music, the hardcore music from 92. But before that, what was your first, would you say your first musical experience in terms of just liking music or a tune that you heard that you really enjoyed?
Define experience.
Right, let me give you an experience. So when I was, I'm not going to even share my age, but there was a time that I was watching TV as a young boy and I saw Musical Youth on TV, Pastor Dutchy. And that's one of my youngest memories as a kid that, I like this song. I like this music, and that, you know what, I have an affinity. I actually like music. That's the flow that I'm talking about.
Okay. That's one of the first records I ever owned, actually. That one, another one, that the Unconditional Love thing. I think the very I could be getting my timelines messed up at this point in time because it was that long ago. But that was one of the earliest tracks that I ever owned, full stop. In fact, it would have been that. Not that long after, but after nonetheless. Do you remember Mars, Pump Up the Volume?
Yeah, I think that's a little bit later on, no?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But like that was also one of them. Yeah, see, there's Smiley Culture, all that sort of stuff there. Yeah, those are like formative tracks for me. I'll take the chat room going. So that there was every now and again there'd be little things. I'd have things like that. What other things did I have on wax? I don't even know why I even had records because it's not like I had a player. My mum did. My dad did. I didn't have a musical player of any description. So not until they bought me a Walkman. But yeah, just to have those things to maybe play at my parents' kind of pleasure would be the extent of it. But whatever. I'm blanking on tunes right now. But there were others. I'll probably remember them in the course of the conversation.
Okay, cool. So growing up, where did you grow up? What area?
Finsbury Park, North London.
North London. So
Yeah, whole life.
Whole life, North Londoner.
Yes, sir.
Are you?
No, absolutely not.
Do you dabble in that area?
No.
Are you a football guy?
No.
Okay. Any sports?
I support my legs because my legs support me.
Okay, that's cool. What used to interest you in as a young person?
Music and food.
Music and food.
Yeah.
Okay. What inspires you when writing or creating a piece of music?
Wow, that's a leap conversationally. I don't know that there's any one thing. It's kind of like I'll know it when I see it.
Yeah.
I'll know it when I hear it. there isn't a particular thing that will always work for me. There isn't necessarily a thing that will never. Well, actually, maybe there's a couple. But generally, I can find good in almost anything. My mind is somewhat open to whatever I might be privy to at a given point in time. Yeah, just a vibe within the within the parameters of drum and bass specifically. It's like it's not an exhaustive list, but musicality primarily is the thing that I dig. I like chords, I like mood, I like an uplift, or I like somberness or whatever. It's just to set a mood with musicality. In the absence of that, the rhythmics, like groove, swing, like funky drums, like just stuff like that, I really dig that. In the absence of that, just play me something that's just going to take my head off. Just something that's just really going to be like, yo, that'll do it. If your track can do one of those three things, you'll almost certainly have my attention. Yeah. If it doesn't do any of those three, I still might find value in it. Yeah. But generally, the things that I like satisfy one of those three requirements: musicality, rhythmics, or just head top. One of those three will do it.
Okay, so I like the line that you're going down now. So if you're sent, because I imagine you work with different producers and things like that, if you're sent a beat that doesn't occupy that space of being having the funk, got the rhythm with it, what is your response usually in terms to producers? How do you deal with that?
I mean, honestly, there's not really many reasons to not deal with something. Honestly, frankly, it's like life's too short, man. Yeah, life's too short. Just be like, bruv, you know what? I'm not your guy. You know, not this the make it.
Yeah, it's not working.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, I've got nothing for this. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Man, it done.
No, I'm just drawing from some experiences myself. Like, sometimes I get tunes and like I want it to work, and sometimes I've got tunes from producers that I really want to work with,
and you just can't actually nail it. Like, there's been that too, and then I'll say it as it is. It's like I've got half a verse or I've got a hook, but I don't have any verses. Yeah, I really want to do it, but what I want is not sticking. Yeah, so I'm coming up short, and I'll just say so.
Yeah, I think sometimes I can get a beat, nothing comes straight away, and sometimes I will sit on it, literally sit on it, and maybe
absolutely, I'm the worst for that.
Sit on it, come back, or sit on it, forget.
That too. Guilty. Very, very guilty.
Forget, then get reminded. Oh, yo, what about that tune, bro? What tune? You might have to send it again. But man. So, could you share a story behind one of your recent songs?
None of my songs are recent. They're all really old now.
Okay. How about this? Can you share us the story behind LK?
That's not recent at all. Okay. LK. LK was a chance occurrence in that I'd been paired up with the Brazilians, Marquis, XRS, Chief, etc., for a year and change. At that point in time, just started to get the bring in with the movement lot of Barumba.
When you say paired up, as in just going out, MCing, DJ and MCing, or just in terms of making tunes together?
DJ and MCing, actually, like, studio wasn't even in my thought process at that point in time. It wasn't something that I'd had a great deal of experience of. It wasn't something that I even sought to do because I didn't necessarily believe in my capabilities enough as to be like, oh yeah, I want to do X, Y, Z. It's more like it would be nice,
Right.
But that's where it ended, because I will always, if left to my own devices, second guess myself and just overanalyze and yada yada yada. So unless I'm getting like external encouragement, then chances are I'll just kind of just stay in my head. That's tangential anyway. So yeah, being with those guys for a year and change and whatnot, just starting to get shows with them for the little piece of money that man are getting and whatnot. A scenario arose where I believe the story that we were told was that Ronnie Size and Crust had, while touring Australia, had a bit of a mishap befall them with regard to their record box, and so they didn't have any tunes to play because they'd all been lost by careless airline staff.
Right.
And there was a couple of shows in Norway and Sweden that they were supposed to go and do that they now couldn't do. So Marky and X were due to kind of like sub in for them, and I got to go too.
Right.
That point in time, the Brazil EP has already come out on V Recordings, and so they've got themselves a little bit of notoriety and whatnot. People know who they are. As for them to even be an acceptable substitute for Running Cross, blah blah blah. So we're at these shows, and that which is to be the kind of like the follow-up EP from those guys, comprising like Love Fantasy and LK and a couple of other things, System and another one that escapes me now. Those are the next tracks from those guys, so they're playing them within the context of their set. Now I'm hearing what is to become LK being mixed in by either of them.
Right.
And I'm just on a thing where if I'm just improvising, basically, just like, right, this tune that you're gonna hear within the next 45 seconds or so once the mix is complete. This is the newest tune out of Brazil. This is the Movement Crew. This is the V Recordings gang. This is our sound. This is what we do.
Yeah.
It's the way.
Yeah.
Just literally just like an improv, the little head top one.
Okay.
In that moment.
Yeah.
Because that was something that I didn't know or didn't see that a great deal of MCs of that time were doing. Like a lot of them, they had their material, they had their repertoire and whatnot, but actually writing specific things for specific tunes that weren't their tunes, that wasn't really typical at that time. It still isn't, actually, but that wasn't very typical at the time. So it's like, well, if I can do that and do it well, then that'll become something that I'm known for, because at that time, people don't know me from anywhere. I've been walking around and doing sets and whatnot for a year and change. I'm very new. I'm an up and comer. I'm fortunate to even be doing anything at all. So yeah, that was the thinking. That was the sentiment. I've gone back to my hotel on night one, and it's like, that was kind of cool what I did there. I think maybe.
So did it touch on
something in that?
So did it touch on the drop? You know how it drops and then it was it's the way bam on the drop when you first done it, or was it the tune had already started running and you tested it like that? How did
that bit I couldn't remember this far after the fact. That I couldn't tell you, but it was a thing where I was just like, okay, I'm gonna nurture this. I'm gonna chip away at it and see what it can become.
Yeah.
And the tipping point was that myself and Mark Chief have gone up to Newcastle to do a thing for to do a thing for Dave Stone, who was originally like a partner within the whole like movement rumba thing.
Right.
He moved to Newcastle and he's putting events on up there, so we've gone to do a thing for him there. Marky and Chief have both played 2-hour sets. I've emceed for both of them. They've both played LK, and I've done my vocal when the tunes come on.
Right.
It's gone down quite nicely. I'm told that a couple of months later, Marky and Chief go back up to Newcastle, but this time they take Darrison.
Right.
So Marky walks into the venue, and apparently people are kind of like rushing to meet him as he walks in.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, are you going to play It's the Way? You're going to play It's the Way? You're going to play It's the Way?
Right.
And he's like, It's the Way? What, the tune by DJ Tactics on Back to Basics Records? That's in my house. I don't play that anymore. He didn't even know what they meant. He didn't put two and two together.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he's gone on, he's done his thing. He's put on LK. And then apparently everyone in the audience has turned to Darrison and like, sing the song.
Right.
Because Darrison is with me and Rumba, he knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I can't sing that song. That's Stamina's song.
Stamina's lyric.
But they're sing it. And because he knows it well enough, he did. And apparently there was a response that he got.
Wow.
So that was the tipping point, that people heard it that one time or twice in one night.
Yeah.
And it stuck with them enough as to request it the following time. They didn't get to hear it on radio, not on a tape back. They heard it live. And it stuck in their memory enough as to ask for it. So from then, that's when Marky's like, Brian, you know what? We might need to do something with this. And then Brian's coming to hit me up to be like, well, Stan, we can record the tune on that. But he didn't say it like that. But
it sounded like him.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He'll kill me. But but yeah, that was the turning point.
You know, it's so crazy, like talking it through again, because one could easily forget that it was an instrumental first. Because I remember hearing that instrumental, and then later on, Stamina's on that track, and I think those days we'd been gosh, was it early 2000s?
By the time we were listening to it, 2001. By the time it came out, summer of 2002.
Okay, cool. And I think for someone like myself who was kind of like the same kind of era as you in terms of like being second generation, I would call us like second generation type MCs, and then the next era of MCs to come after the original guard. So to hear, I know, to hear you on that tune was very inspirational and gave hope, because at that time I was also making tunes as well. So, but it was very hard to get your tune played by DJs those days.
Mm-hmm.
How do you find that dynamic in terms of like trying to be, what am I trying to say here really? Like being more than just part of a tune, but to show who you are as an artist. Do you feel that can happen in jungle drum and bass?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Okay. Do you feel that there's a space for artists in jungle drum and bass?
Now, absolutely.
Yeah.
It hasn't always been that way, but now, absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm.
Okay. Is there anybody that you're feeling at the moment that you could tip your hat off to like, I quite respect the work that they do? Nah, they're all shit.
Yeah, they were terrible. No, man. There's guys doing their thing, man. I mean, I like, I respect, I admire people like. You can't have a conversation about MCs of the genre without mentioning DRS, because he's been, to my understanding and in my estimation, evaluation, etc., very much like a trailblazer, just in regard to his attitude towards his own artistry and the sheer level of productivity that comes with him and his craft is formidable, is unparalleled, without equal. He's just like, by him taking himself and his work more seriously, he pretty much made everybody else do the same.
Yeah.
To the tune of the LP that he's done. I don't usually like MCs, but because that's just what it was. It's like man was seen as just like the second string the thing, rather than, you know, an artist or headliner in their own right and whatnot. And he was very much a large part in changing the temperature with regard to all of that. So he must always get a hail up in any such conversations. He's in the books forever and ever, amen, for that. And he did that, I would imagine, for purely selfish reasons, but it's benefited everyone just in terms of just the way people listen to the works of vocalists of the genre.
Yes.
They just handle everybody differently now. And I'm going to attribute that to him. He's not the first to do it, but the way that he did it made people pay attention in a way that they weren't doing before.
Yeah.
That's my evaluation. Anyone else's mileage may vary, but that's how I see it.
Yes.
But him, I like, I think Slay, who you're playing earlier, does cool stuff. Even though it's not, the majority of his workload is not actually D&B, the person who I'm enjoying the most at the moment in terms of their craft and how they apply it to the studio is Strategy. I love Strategy. I find him the single most inspiring cat to listen to and to watch, because the way he's actually presenting his work, and the way he's always just been on his own thing. You know what I mean? He's absolutely, there's nobody like him. And so for me to listen to him, I'm just like, oh, wow, listen to that. Listen to that. I'm like, yeah. That I like, the authenticity and the individuality. He's not even trying to be nothing, just unapologetically himself.
Yes.
And it just seeps out of everything that's got his name on it. He's fantastic.
Okay. On your come up, so you like hardcore. You started you've buying records. You're kind of into jungle. How does Stamina? Where did the name Stamina come from?
It didn't really come from anywhere. That's a very uninteresting thing. Basically, that's just like a 15, 16-year-old me wanting a name that rhymes with a lot of things that can roll off the tongue fast in the middle of a lyric, and just doesn't make me sound like a complete wally. That it's no deeper than that. Like there was, So
nothing to do with Buju Banton's. Yeah, this time another day for the girl. No.
I mean, not in any meaningful way. Of course, I love that record, but like, what's that got to do with me? Like, how can I call myself the name of a tune that I like? That would be crazy. So no.
Okay, cool. All right, so we enter the scene. What's your also? But what I failed to mention as well is that as I've asked you, I'm asking you questions. If there's any question that you want to ask back to me of the questions, you have 2 opportunities.
2? Have I got like a finite number? Well, what's that?
All right, 3. Because it's about you. It's not about me. It's about Stamina. That's why. So we keep it rolling. So,
okay.
But anyway, the question is, where does the break come from? Where does the the entry into the scene, other than just being someone who's buying records? How does the career start?
It's a very slow kind of like ascent in that regard, but I will credit man like Sam, DJ Calm, for being an individual who around 99, 2000 was kind of like getting his foot in the door with Oliver and Ado and the Barumba movement lot.
Right, okay.
Brian and all of them, whatnot. And I think it was around the sort of time, 2000 by that time, when
but you started before 2000. You started before 2000.
But there was all there was just radio. Like no one was listening to me on the radio. That was just me getting experience and whatnot. I wasn't handing out tapes. It wasn't a thing of people listening to me like, oh yeah, who's that guy? I was doing radio, but that was for me. That was for my own endeavors. That didn't help me in any way except to give me actual like experience of how to conduct myself on a mic. But that didn't advance me in any way. That just made me more ready for it when it came.
Okay.
So the actual advancement was Calm talking to Oliver and Ado around 2000 sort of time when there was an opportunity to go and do another Friday night weekly thing in Club Home in Leicester Square.
Right.
And he got himself a residency there, and he said to them, man, if it's all possible, I would love for my friend to come and MC for me, because personally, I think he's better than all of the guys that you have on your roster as currently.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, if he's that good, we need to hear him, get him down.
Yeah.
So they got me down 1 week. I did my thing, and I guess they must have liked it, because weeks later I was made a resident myself. And that's where it started. That's where I ultimately first met Marky, XRS, Pachief, when they were first being brought over to London as well. That's where we met, in that Club Home place on a Friday. So that was the advancement.
That was the
advancement. Once when that shut down, they would slowly kind of like feed me into the movement lineups on a Thursday as well.
Right.
And that's where it started.
That's where it started. Okay. Okay. There was a question here about, did he start, and I think, I mean, I know the answers to this, but did he start on Weekend Rush before Pressure FM?
No, sir, I did not. Weekend Rush was a little bit before my time. Pressure was my first radio station in just before the summer of 90. I want to say four. Yeah, Pressure was my first station. After that was Rinse, and that was kind of it, really. There was some little back and forth with Pressure and Rinse once the management kind of like cross-pollinated and whatnot. But yeah, Pressure was my first station with a DJ called Styles. And yeah, Saturday afternoon, 2 till 4, the Dark Zone show, with DJ Styles, the Dark Destroyer. And that was the name I gave him.
DJ Styles, the Dark Destroyer.
Yeah, and that was where it began.
Okay. All right, I think this is a nice segue into the question that I asked you on the phone, which was about what tune makes you happy when you hear it. So we're going to run that track now.
For the record, this isn't it.
This is not it.
No, this is the first record that I ever bought.
Ah. All right. First record that Stamina ever bought was this one. Listen good.
Yeah. Mash Records on Oxford Street. Very early in 94, something like February, March, something like that. This and the remix of Dark Stranger on Suburban Bass. This is Spiritual Aura, Engineers Without Fears. They don't make it like they used to. But yeah. Spiritual Aura. Engineers Without Fears, DJ Recordings, 1994. So that's all the chat room gang. Easy to take me back. Pirate Radio Archives. Let me look at some of these questions actually before we sit back down. Favorite producers to have worked with are the tunes actually didn't get finished in those instances. So let me not say until they actually get done. There's been some really cool stuff that has been done. Not that see, that's the thing. My discography isn't that big. I can count the number of records that I've released on my hands. There's not that many of them. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I've swung at and either not completed or just swung at and missed, but it was still a great experience and I learned a lot from it, and the door is still open to work again and whatnot. So yeah, I can't say only because nothing came of it, so you can't go and refer to it as a result of me answering the question. So yeah, watch this space is the abridged answer for that. Are we able to scroll this, or is it just what I can see? Can we move those? Oh, that's a shame because there were a couple that I missed from before. To the Pirate Radio Archives again, so much talent out there, but bigger fish don't want to share the space. I'm going to push back on that. I don't accept that. I hear that a lot from people, and I believe to an extent that there's people who might be considered established or whatever within a scene that are not particularly welcoming of those who come after them, that would if they had their way pull the ladder up behind them or whatever else, or attempt to gatekeep and whatever else. That's true. That's absolutely true. The thing is, like, it's not always a thing, and has become very much less of a thing between the time when I came up and the time now, whereby it's necessary for someone, a particular someone, to give you a quote-unquote bring-in. It's not really that again. Like, it's not really.
I don't think it's as much, but I don't think it is as much, but it...
Your mic's shorting out a little bit.
I don't think it's as much, but I do believe that there is some form of co-signing to step in the door to make some noise. I think your talent will make noise for you 100%, but in some spots I do still feel that you need that. Yo, I'm here, like stepping into movement, and Baramba for you then gave you that almost kind of like shine from other people being co-signed by them.
I mean,
just in my experience.
No, you're not even wrong. I just don't want to say like that's the entirety of it.
100%.
Like, there were absolutely more gatekeepers in your / my era than now. I just don't think it's as much that now. If you have, just because of the internet and just the democracy that affords everyone.
Yes.
In that, if you have a tune that is noteworthy and of interest, whatever else, then it's like people can just go straight to the source. They can find you.
Yes.
You can find the people that you want the attention of a lot easier. You couldn't get hold of Brian or of DJ Hype or of Mickey Finn or whoever else in 90 anything or 2000 and anything, because if you could get hold of them at all, they wouldn't give you their phone number. They might give you their email address. You'd be lucky if they got their AIM screen name or whatever in order to send them tunes or whatever. It just wasn't that then.
It's true.
But now, they've all got Instagram. They've all got Twitter. It's like you can find them now.
That's
People
true.
can find you now. If someone's playing a tune in a dance, right, what's this tune? Oh, it's this guy called blah, blah, blah. You just go and look him up and you'll find him. You can be found. You know what I mean? So if you've got a banger of a rhythm, that trumps everything. Big tunes done everything. It doesn't matter what a man thinks of you. If you've got bullets, if you've got stuff chambered that people want, they can't stop you. They just can't. Big tunes kill everything.
Okay. Have you faced any like obstacles or challenges in your career?
Not from people. No, I don't feel like I've been I've been set up on where people have actually like intentionally tried to obstruct me or to slow me down or, you know, speak negatively about me so as to, you know, cast me in a bad light for, you know, promoters or whatever. Nah. Thankfully that hasn't happened. I haven't had any like, you know, spitefulness where people like don't want to give me the mic or no. I've been all right in that regard. I've had some people say some shitty stuff to me.
Yeah.
But so what? Like,
when you say shitty stuff, is this criticism or just rude or
it's a little bit of both. It's mostly just rude. It's not really anything I could do anything with. It's like you're just being an asshole. Like,
yeah,
I can't do anything with that.
Yeah. I think that we've all kind of, I say we all, generalizing, but there's experiences on the scene that have made some of us stronger and some wither as well.
I say they're character building.
What's your best experience from like pirate radio? What's your best kind of experience? What do you remember from those times?
What I remember is a sense of camaraderie that I haven't actually gotten anywhere else since, insofar as like Rinse, specifically Rinse FM in like 1996. That is a period in time that I'll look back on fondly forever and ever, amen, on account of the fact that, you know, I am, what am I? I'm like 18 or 19 years old, as are a significant chunk of the people that are also on the station.
Yeah.
As are the people that own the station.
Yep.
And, you know, we're all just fans of this music. We've all just got an energy to us and a keenness and a fervor for this jungle drum and bass thing. And it wasn't just that we were all interested in it. It's that we're all so capable in regard to channeling our adoration of this genre into something that, you know, would garner us respect from our peers, from our listeners and whatever else. The idea that, as we were saying in the car on our way down, it's like, you know, the roster of Rinse at that time was probably like about 3-1 in terms of MCs to DJs.
100%.
It was crazy how many MCs there were on that station.
Yeah.
But yet everyone on the station was an individual. Everyone was good and no one was like anyone else. No one was like anyone else on the station and no one was like anyone else anywhere else. So the fact that there was that much talent, that much distinct talent, all in one place was fascinating. We were all just fans of the music. We're all just trying to do our best. There was a lot of friendly competition. There wasn't really any objective like rivalry or bitterness or spite or bad. There was some pettiness, of course there were. We're young, but like just that environment, just all coming together to create and to vibe, and like, you know, that some of the sets that went on over Christmas of 96 are like the stuff of legend. When you can just hear like there's like about 20 of us in a room and tunes are dropping, it's just like a big like a roar when the tunes come in. We're actually just like raving in this room. I'm so fond of those eras. I'll love them forever and ever, amen.
I remember when thinking about Rinse those times, it's like you said, bare MCs just roasting the mic. I would say for me that's pre-grime.
Absolutely.
Pre-grime culture came from Rinse.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
So that was like, it's funny because those days you had loads of different pirate radio stations, and each station had its kind of personality. I think those days I would lock on to Rinse. I used to be on Kick FM those times. So that was just as Kick FM had flipped over from Weekend Rush. So you had your Shabbas and MC Junglist, Papa G. I think Flirt had just gone over to Cool FM and Shocking. And Rinse was like the almost like the youngers. You'd call them the youngers of jungle. So they would be catering for like the under 18s, and it was a real proper movement. And I remember hearing you on there them days. I remember hearing you not Stampede, Underdogs, Wiley. Was Maxwell D on there?
Yep.
Maxwell was on there. So yeah, man. So great times. Great times. And the competition on there. Fierce, would you say?
I would. I mean, I wasn't even I was more of a spectator than a participant because I've just never actually been especially competitive in that way. And were I to be, it would tend not to go that well for me because I'm just like, I'm just not that way inclined. I'm just not wired that way, you know. I mean, as long as, you know, my attitude from then that I've carried through until now is that it's not important to me to be the best, to be perceived as the best, to be anyone's favorite per se.
Right.
I just want it to be a thing where I can carry myself confident knowing that which I do, you can't get anywhere else. So whether I'm the best at something or not, that's for anyone to decide, but I'm my own guy. Like, again, I don't remind you of anything else. It's not like you can substitute someone else out for me and get more or less the same result or more or less the same sort of feeling. No one does what I do. If other people are doing a certain thing, I'm not doing it. I'm deliberately distancing myself from as many of my peers as I can. If you dig what I do, bona fide. If you don't, there's a gang of other men that can entertain you. But I don't do what they do. We are not the same. That's all.
How would you describe your style? So if someone was to ask me the question, yo, what's Stamina? What's he about when it comes to MCing?
I'm about music. I try and demonstrate musicality in as much of what I do as I can because, you know, ultimately, no MC is necessary. You don't need to be there. So if you are there, make it count, make it good. I like to demonstrate that musicality through rhythm, through melody. The ultra short answer is that I am the MC that I would like to listen to. That's basically it in a nutshell. I only do what I would be okay with listening to. It's very easy to overdo. So I just try and pick my moments and make them count.
Okay, I'm gonna take you along the MC line now. Maybe
okay.
Technicality of it. How do you deal with sets that you're not particularly feeling?
I mean, it would depend on the reason why I'm not feeling it. Like, there's the art of it, and then there's the science of it. So, you know, it could be that technicals are working against me. It could be that I just can't really hear what I'm doing. My mic might be shabby, my monitors might be shabby, something like that. Or, the DJ's having murders on the decks behind me, or who knows? It could be any one of a number of things. Or it could just be that, the tunes are not really landing for me, or they're not really landing for the audience, or the actual rig of the venue that we're in doesn't sound right. So the tunes are great, but they're not actually hitting, they're not actually thumping the way they're meant to. So it's like, this should be good, but it isn't because we're being let down by the rig or whatever. I'm loath to say it publicly, but I do have something of an autopilot for those type of instances because, for that which is within my control and whatnot, which isn't a lot ultimately, as far as I'm concerned, the audience should never know that I'm not actually having a good time.
100%.
As far as they're concerned, every tune that's being played is either good or great. They should never know that, oh God, not this thing again. They shouldn't know that. They should never know that. Like, that's me slipping if they actually get that from me at any given point in time. So, yeah, just being cognizant of that and being mindful of that. I can generally do what I need to do in order to make people not feel any sort of way about themselves or about myself, about what they're actually participating in, what they've paid for, what the recording sounds like, if heaven forbid they're doing that. I don't know that there's any particular thing that I can actually like articulate specifically, but I can generally do my thing.
That. I mean, I like the fact that you said autopilot, and I think there's a level of professionalism that you've got to maintain. Not every set that you land upon is going to be catered to your particular taste. I mean, I can do a set and there may be 50% of the tunes that's being dropped that I like, 50% of the tunes. Personally, I'm thinking, what is the DJ doing? But it's the DJ who's in control of the set. And I smile through that set. I jig through that. Sometimes I'm dancing to a tune that my brain is telling me, yo,
how soon could this be over? Yeah,
I'm not feeling this, but we're just giving you the reels of what a set can be like.
It happens
as a vocalist. Any interesting backroom or VIP stories on the jungle circuit when you've been abroad, or do you have any mad situations that have happened when you've been abroad? Is there a story that you can think of at the top of the head when you've done your tours of something that's just happened randomly that you could share?
I don't know that it would be good decorum to even do something like that. I think what happens on the road should stay on the road.
Like a Vegas thing, yeah?
If you were there, then you were there. But the chatty patty thing, the make it either. It's like, if you weren't there,
you can't hear about it.
Not from me.
Any favorite dance at the moment that you get when you hear that you're booked for? You're like, yes, I'm looking forward to that one.
The obvious answer would be Sun and Bass. They've been very good to me in how many times they've actually like tapped me on the shoulder and requested my presence there. It's always that. More recently, a friend of mine has actually inexplicably found himself in a position as to put on a multi-day event over in Tulum in Mexico.
Oh wow!
The third year of which will be next month.
Oh yes.
And that still boggles the mind that that's even a reality. So to be able to do something like that, like more broadly, actually, it's just a thing where, because this music thing has been my life for north of 20 years at this point. So to be able to do anything for the first time now is a rarity, because I'm doing a lot of laps. I've kind of like found the places where I'm celebrated rather than tolerated. So therefore, I kind of know what the calendar is going to be like. So when something comes up that's never happened before,
right,
I'm very, very intrigued by that. I'm very drawn to that. And it could be quite inconvenient for me schedule-wise. It might not be beneficial to me financially.
Right.
But because I've never done it before and I can't be confident that it will happen again, it's like I'm doing that. And I'll say to my agent, if something comes up, if ever there's a situation where there are two shows on the same day, and maybe one of them's in London, maybe one of them's in Bristol, or maybe one of them's in Germany and one of them's in Tokyo, the one that's less common, the one that's more rare, I'm doing that one.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how much money there is in it. It doesn't matter if I'm only going to go there for the day and I've got to fly straight back and I'm going to get no sleep. I want the experiences that are new, no matter what. Like, I will bend over backwards to experience things as best I can before whenever my time is up. I don't know how long I've got to do all of this stuff. Nothing is promised.
Yeah.
There might come a season where people are just bored of me and they'll be like, okay, enough about my man. Who knows? So as long as I'm trying to experience stuff, to make memories, to, present myself in the best light possible to whomever might attend.
Okay. What's the future for you in terms of projects? What you working on at the moment? Anything that you can reveal or not?
There's loads of things pipelined. The only thing that I could probably really say is far enough along to talk about is just got back masters for a 2-tracker that the LSB will put out on his label Footnotes with myself and Track. There are 2 tunes there which I would have played were I not like an incompetent, disorganized nincompoop. But yeah, there's that. Those are finally pretty much ready to start sharing with people and whatnot. I believe that Luke's been playing them, testing them and whatnot, but I think they're ready to share at this point. So that'll be, hopefully, hiccups notwithstanding, that'll be before the end of the summer.
Nice. Are you rapping, singing, both?
A little bit of both. Like, Track is the lead vocalist. It was a thing where the first tune was something that just from a folder that Luke sent to me of just ideas, and I came up with this one idea that I thought sounded kind of cool and whatnot, just a little chorus type of thing. But how the tune itself was, I'm just like, it's got a little
more.
It just felt like old school kind of hip hop R&B type of thing. I was like, you know what, I need New York on this. So I hit up T and he's like, bruv, what do you reckon? Are you hearing what I'm hearing? And he did, and he came with something that was really cool. And then the madness was, he's like, did you think we should like have something else for like the other side or whatever? I was like, I'm down to do whatever.
Wicked.
You know what I mean? So I basically sent him that folder that Luke had sent me. And it's like, anything you pick up from there, we'll try and do something with. And it just so happened that the other tune that he picked was the only other instrumental in that folder that I had an idea for.
Wow.
So he gravitated towards the same one that I did, and that ended up being the flip. So we've just got these 2 tunes now.
Exclusive on the Vocalize, Stamina, Track. I'm most definitely looking forward to hearing that one. Very, very big artist. So wow, look, time has gone. You weren't wrong. We were just chatty.
Easy to do.
Anyone you'd like to big up?
Big up everyone that's been locked in. Big up anyone who I've ever spent any time with, whom I've had any sort of like positive effect on with regard to, my music or my performance. Big up anyone that's even willing to listen to that which comes next as a result of this or as a result of something that you've heard of mine before. Big up anyone who has a love for this genre. Big up all the people that spend their time making platforms like these and sustaining them, because they're done for very few reasons other than the goodness of one's heart and love of their craft and whatnot. Big up anyone with the belief in anything and the single-mindedness to make it a reality.
Well, thank you, Stamina, for coming on to Vocalize show. And that is us. We're out. Make sure you check Stamina on his Instagram. I do believe it's very simple. Stamina MC. You can check myself out on ILLMATIKA.
Yeah, there's not a great deal on there, but yeah. I mean, come say hi if you want. It's absolutely fine. Yeah, the music thing, disorganization. Apologies for that. I'll say that, whatever next edition of this show that you don't have an actual guest ready, I'll come back and I'll actually play the music this time. We'll do that the way it was supposed to be done. I don't even have to talk. I'll come play the records, or I'll bar with you. We'll just go back to back or whatever. But yeah, the music thing was supposed to be part of this, and it wasn't.
Well, that means you're going to get Stamina again on the station. I'm going to owe him to that. And he is
in front of witnesses. Yeah.
He's a man of his word. So
yes, sir.
Yes. All right. So we are out.
Yo! Stop, ring off my phone. Ring and say nothing. You a take man for clown.
You wanna stick to this? Is that your clashing bomb? Man will tell you like temperature. Get out the car, get out the car.
No, you can't fire shots with us. We get past in the nice PM and you just run for the.
Ladies, let's hop. Hips are swinging. Rude boys from die. Heads not jigging.
Up. I wanna see them. Put your hands up, up. Onto the ceiling. Put your hands up.
Blade runner, come and mash up the dance.
From you pick up my spear. Let's make it very clear. A warrior, I am a warrior, so I'm no fear.
As I step into the night.
Roll, cut away of your naughty compound. With artistic things about to get ill. With
Bad clever, mad shit when it comes to the penmanship. I'm a lunatic, you can't ruin it, you get ruined. Quick, I'm suing, pick to the end of the.
yeah, that's me. The bass too dark, bass run MC.
I understand music and music understands me. Sometimes music is my only remedy.
Kitchen counters, different encounters. Londoners, Scousers.
You're tired of loving with nobody but love.
Nobody. Pencil or a Parker, a Sharpie or a magic marker. The illustrators on the set to work the rhythm harder.
Where my heart's at, don't know why you asked that. Need to give an answer to justify my heart's rap. Sophisticated apprehension. AC4, I'm at complex comprehension.
Yeah, nobody's brothers, I'm just doing as I'm told. Cause they know that I'm fucking coming running with these flows.
Dreams, you know about dreams. We're rabid, heat, talent supreme, accomplish all of our dreams.